Welcome to episode 15 of Community, Conversation, and Discovery. I'm your host, Anthony Bynum. The name of our production company is the Glen Burnie Players. We want to start with an interview with Greg Lombard and Denise Koshin of the Glen Burnie Rubbies. They are part of an intramural athletic organization here in Anne Arundel County. From there, we want to introduce a new character, a new animated character. His name is Soupman. From there, we visit West Street in Annapolis for the West Street concerts. We take a look at the 2004 Ferndale Day, which was really a magnificent event. And then we finish with the 1812 War and Remembrance held at Hancock's Resolution. So everybody, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Good afternoon. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing both Coach Greg Lombard and Denise Koshin of the 19U Glen Burnie Rubbies softball. Thank you both so much for being part of the show.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
So let's talk about the Glen Burnie Rubbies.
The Glen Burnie Rubbies. Well, they're a group of young ladies who played rec softball. Some play high school. Some don't play at all. Some are good enough to play on the team. They just don't go out for their high school teams. And some have limited skill. They just wanted to play softball, so they joined a recreational league, and ours happens to be Glen Burnie. A host of our age group is 19 and under, also known as high school eligible, and they're from 14 years old up until they age out at 20. Even though it's 19 and under, like any sports in a league, you're 19 by the end of the calendar year, and you can turn 20 the following year, but that's your final year. So we have a large age group and a large skill level that we have. Some have limited skills, some have medium skills, some have very advanced skills, and then it's our job to somehow roll everybody in together and come up with an even playing field, hopefully, where we're all playing as a team and hopefully all playing good ball.
Excellent, excellent. Well, how did you both get involved in this?
I started, my daughter's 22 now, so she's aged out for several years, but I started when she was 9 years old. She was playing for Glen Burnie softball, a little 10U team. And I was helped assistant coach on the team. And I had been playing approximately 35 years, either baseball or softball. And I just loved the game. Knowing I had a young lady and not a little boy, he wasn't playing baseball. And as she was younger, used to throw her wiffle balls and all. And she had such a great stance out of the gate, and she was pounding this ball. She used to come to all my games when she was very young, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. And I think she just absorbed it because she really became a good player out of the gate. I didn't really like the way the team was handled. And I decided, next season I'm going to take a team of my own. So I ended up doing 10U and started from there. So it's been approximately probably 26 seasons there. And I'm still going now. I don't have a horse in the race, as they say, anymore, but it's just the love of the game and the relationships you build with the players and the parents. And it's just fun, and it's exciting to be out there.
Wow.
Denise started 14U.
Yes. And what? Who was that with?
Arundel.
Arundel. And I was the team mom, and been enjoying it every season.
Yeah, it's probably about 10 years now that she's been involved with it.
Very good. Very good. Well, we need to know more about the rules. So tell us a little bit about the technical rules and the regulations for the league, for the entity that you all are part of.
Well, we play in a under the umbrella of North County softball. It has nothing to do with North County High School or anything like that. It's the part of the county. It's NCCGSL, I believe, is the website, and it's North County Community Girls Softball League. So anybody interested in playing softball would have to go to that organization to register to play softball through their community organization, or another local one, say like Glen Burnie or Lakeshore, Havenwood, that type of thing. We play pony ball, pony sanction ball, much like baseball would be Babe Ruth or Cal Ripken League. We play pony. There are several different ones. Pony stands for Protect Our Nation's Youth. And there's several of them out there. There's USSSA, there's NSA, ASA. There's several different leagues that you can play in. Ours happens to be pony. Our balls, if you can see, are they got Pony League stamp on it, which means they're.
Can you bring that up a little higher so we can see that?
Sure.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
But every ball out there, like a USSSA ball, has their own stamp on it. A USA ball has different stamps on it for USA league play. ASA, it's a harder, it's a little faded, but ASA has their own. NSA has their own. NSA is National Softball Association. ASA is Amateur Softball Association, and they are now blended with USA Softball. So ASA is kind of rolled under the USA. USSSA is another big one. Any tournaments that we would go to, we would be USSSA. It's their tournaments that we go. It's a very high end part of softball. But as far as like the rules, there's quite a few. In any league, there's rules, but most of them are, I think, designed for safety. You have to wear helmets, obviously, when you're up to bat. The chin straps are optional. There's an orange bag alongside of the first base bag. If you hit a single, you hit the orange bag, so you're not colliding with the player that's out in the field. Face masks are optional. Usually, maybe someone playing on really any position to wear a face mask to protect your face, but typically pitcher or on the corners where the ball's coming faster, first or third base. You got your catching equipment. Obviously, they have to wear the helmet, the shin and chest protectors, the throat protector. You have built bats. There's a whole legal and illegal bat list. Bats years ago used to be wooden, and then they turned to aluminum, but now it's all composite. I would say you could pick a good composite bat up for about $250, but they go up to $500, $550, $600 a bat, much like travel baseball. Really incredible pricing on the bats. It has a lot to do with reaction time, why some are illegal in certain leagues, some are not illegal. There's a whole illegal bat list in every league. The bases are at 60 feet at our age group. The bases are at 60 feet. A comparison for that age group would be baseball at 90 feet. So it's quite a distance difference. The balls, like I showed earlier, are called optic yellow. Years ago, they used to be white, but these are some older ones that I still have. But the balls also have each league. You have red stitch ball or a blue stitch ball or a gold stitch ball. It's all has to do with different leagues. They all have a compression and a core. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a compression stamp and a core stamp on it, and that's how the ball is made, like a golf ball or a baseball. It's the rubber or cork or how tight the string is.
I have to ask, Coach, who's making these?
Who's making the rules, or
who's making the equipment?
The equipment. Well, just like I would say any other sports equipment out there, Worth makes them, DeMarini makes bats, Easton makes it. There's so many. Dudley makes a lot of great balls.
When I think about baseball, I think about two companies. I think about is it Louisville? I
Yeah.
mean, who and Wilson.
Well,
That's what comes to mind. So are
right.
they not involved with this enterprise?
Yeah, they are. I think it's a probably multi-billion would probably be the word, but it's definitely multi-million dollar for baseball and softball. There are so many different companies out there making them. Like you said, Louisville Slugger was probably the wooden bats back in the day. Um, Wilson, again, they're big into it also. Worth, I think they had to, all the manufacturers had to change over the years and evolve to have a piece of this pie. But yeah, they're all out there, and it's not just, you know, they're into gloves also. It's not just the bats, but the bats are huge, the balls are huge. It's probably maybe $100 to $150, maybe a dozen now for a good dozen of balls. Prices have really risen from just a few years ago. Maybe 75, 80 would be a good price you could find. Uh, there are very inexpensive balls that are just no good. They're good for practice, but for a game, part of our rules are it has to be a leather coating, not a synthetic coating. It has to have certain compression, like we have to have 0.47 core and a 375 compression. And that is for the flight of the ball. It's almost like a restricted flight ball. Certain age groups, they don't want the ball to be too hard. They don't want it to go too far. So all those numbers come into it. The younger age groups use what they call an Incrediball. It's basically a little sponge ball. And then when you get up a little higher at the 10U age group, there's an 11-inch ball versus the 12-inch. I don't know if you can really see the comparison.
I can see a little bit. I can
But
see a little bit.
at 10U, you're using the 11-inch ball. And then all of a sudden you hit 12U, 14U, and 19U. You got this big 12-inch ball. It's the same size ball that grown men are using in their softball leagues. So to have a little girl go from 12U to 14U and have that little 11-inch ball and the smaller Incrediball, you know, when they were younger, it's big in their hand all of a sudden. They have a bigger glove to catch it. It's quite a transition from 12 to 14U.
So if I could, let me ask one other question. So in order to help this enterprise grow, continue to do well, what kinds of things can the public do to
Uh,
help the organization, to help what you all are doing?
the biggest thing is they have to get involved with having their daughters play. I think a lot of things have changed over the years, and girls have different interests, different attitudes. If they're going to play something or if they're not, soccer seems to carry a lot of weight in volleyball with young ladies now. They just have to be involved, find out if their community has a youth organization, and if they do they play softball? Like in our immediate area, there used to be North Glen. They're still there, but not so much in softball. Glen Burnie, they had Greater Glen Burnie. They have Gork. They have Sac, which is Severn Danza. They're all within a few miles of each other. Herondale, but Elverton. They're almost every community has one. But if they don't get involved with that one and sign up there, they're more than able to go to another community and play in another organization. They just have to get on the website, you know, get on the internet, do a little bit of searching or ask friends, and then register on the internet typically now.
That's actually an excellent transition. Will you be able to, you know, in our credits, give me that information so that we can post it so folks know how to reach either the website or any business information so that they can reach out if they would like to. Would that be okay?
Oh, that would be fantastic, because Glen Burnie is one of the oldest organizations, and I believe I forgot the other one now. Glen Burnie is one of the oldest organizations out there, one of the first ones to start under North County softball. And to me, it's sad to see how the numbers have dwindled through the years. The 6U, 8U, 10U groups always seem to have a ton of children in it. Uh, when you start to get a little older, 10U, they're there, 12U, they're there. But then suddenly from 14U and high school eligible, the girls have different interests. Like I said, the attitudes are a little different now if they're going to do something or if they're not going to do something. But they also go to a lot of travel ball, which is very disappointing to me that they do it. But I would say the majority that have gone to travel through the years, they always come back to Coach Greg. So it's really cool, that they do that. And I think they find out it's not everything they thought it would be. It's a huge, massive commitment. There's a lot of loyalty that has to be involved in it, but it's a lot of expense on the parents and a lot of traveling. Yeah, Glen Burnie, we can give you that information. It'd be great trying to build that organization up and beef it up again like it used to be back in the day.
And fantastic. So, Coach Denise, I want to thank you for your time. We present a new kind of superhero, the kind we all need. Soupman is a culinary master. He certainly understands the importance of good food and having a good time. In fact, call him what you want, but don't call him late for dinner.
The traffic is killing me. I have to get down 97 and I can't afford to spend any more time. So by the power of Campbell's soup, traffic move.
I really love watching birds. There are so many different ones here in Anne Arundel County. Blue jays, robins, finches, and occasionally I'll see a hummingbird. The most important birds to look for, though, are the orioles. We look forward to them winning this year.
Birdie, I'm sorry I'm late. Please forgive me.
Birdie nods, as this is not the first time this type of thing has happened with Soupman. The couple sits down at the chart house, prepares for a beautiful meal as the music plays.
Birdie, have you noticed the price of bird feed is up?
Well, in fact, I have. Luckily, I am on a diet.
Ba-dum-bum.
And Heart, made popular by Natalie Cole, and this is This Can't Be Love. This can't be love because I feel so well. No sighs, no sorrows, no sighs. This can't be love. I get no dizzy spell. My head is not in the sky. My heart does not stand still. Just hear it beat. This is too sweet to be love. This can't be love because I feel so well, but still I love to look in your My heart does not stand still, just hear it beat. Oh, it's much too sweet to be loved. This can't be love because I feel so well, but still I love to look in your eyes. But then I love to look in your
On May 18th, the celebration known as Ferndale Day was held with great success. Under the leadership of President Monica Smearman and Vice President John Wolfe, Ferndale Day was something special. The business community did its part, and fun was had by all.
Oh, say, can you see the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, sit in the home of the brave.
Here is all of Ferndale's finest out on the boulevard. This year we are back to the boulevard. Woohoo! It's going to be a great day for Ferndale Day.
Yeah, grass. He went to eat all the grass. There was a lawnmower out here earlier. Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for the first set of lunch. All right. Sorry.
Absolutely amazing.
Hey there, how's it going?
Let's go. Almost back there.
On October 8th, 2023, I visited Hancock's Resolution, a historical park and farm built circa 1785. I was able to both watch the mustering of a cannon made in that period and also listen to music produced in that period by the shantymen.
Baltimore, Maryland. How many of you have been to Hancock's Resolution before? Awesome. For those of you who haven't been here, welcome to their Harvest Festival. We're going to be demonstrating the firing of this King howitzer because even though we are not going to be firing an actual projectile, there is still a chance for serious injury to occur. So there is a firing line that's going to extend from here over to there. Do not cross it, no matter how cool the pictures would look.
In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and fever, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so was her mother and father before. They wheeled their wheelbarrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Well, Anne Arundel County, well, America, we hope you enjoyed our show. So until next time, again, my name is Anthony Bynum. Again, the name of our production company is the Glen Burnie Players. Bye-bye.
Recipe. What's up? Load. All right. You'll notice that all of the explosives are being kept at a safe distance from the gun and the fire.